Hello everybody, I'm JK Meadows and this is our flow space. We're here in Cabo San Lucas right now, and we worked pretty diligently on getting this space designed and set up so that we could start giving lessons here and basically keeping the flow arts movement going. Now, it's really interesting, so I'm just kind of here today to talk about what it was that, how this turned into my life, like what it really means to me. I have been through a lot of things, and I was pretty much, losing my faith in humanity, and I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted in life anymore. I didn't know where I was going, and I met a fox, and I ended up becoming a fire performer. It just fell right into it. I started fire breathing right away, and then I've been on this journey to figure out how to be the best performer I can be ever since. And the number one thing about it is learning to be safe, because you're doing a performance with an element, that's dangerous, that has killed millions of people, who knows, countless people in its lifetime or their lifetimes or non-lifetimes or whatever you want to call it. And when you're dancing with this element, you have power, but you have the ability to hurt people if you don't do it properly. So safety is always super important. There's a lot of different dynamics that go into that, and with fire safety comes the way that you set up your performance area, the people that you let spin. There's a lot of things that can happen, and I see some pretty atrocious things happen, and I'm not talking about those today, but what it took for me to get here, it took tons and tons of research. I worked so much to learn to build most of the things that I have behind me. You gotta, when you come into the dynamic of fire performance, it's just like anything else. You don't know what you're doing right away. You gotta learn it, and then once you learn it, that's when it gets. So, you take the time to do the research, to take the time to watch yourself in videos and learn what it is that you did wrong or what you didn't do wrong, or, check your props before you go out, to make sure that you have an ammo can and using the safest fuels that you possibly can. There's a lot of different dynamics that go into this, that, it's not just about going out and spinning some fire. It might be like that for somebody, for some people. But if you decide to take this to the level that we've decided to take it to, it's pretty much an all-consuming trade. It's like it becomes a major part of life. It becomes one of your arts. I'm also an artist. I do fine art painting. I do sculpture. I do all kinds of other things. But I noticed that the fire performance and building my own props and all that stuff, it takes a ton of my mental energy and time and effort. And the stuff that we're creating here is we're creating this so that we can build a lasting legacy for future generations to continue on this flow state, this movement. For me, it's the equivalent of what it would be to go to church. Basically, if I don't get flow in my life, I feel as though I'm missing something. So it started out with very strange beginnings, and it turned into something that became magical and mystical. And the main thing that I really want to implore upon you guys is that we're here to shed a light to the world. And what better way to do that than with fire? And showing people who you truly are deep down inside, in your true flow state, in the nature of existence, to maybe become a hope for humanity, to show people that there's something more than just the dull life that they tend to live. That sounds terrible, but it's we have the opportunity every single day to choose right or wrong. You can choose to wake up on the right side of the bed, or you can choose to wake up on the wrong side of the bed. It's really simple. It's all a state of mind. So once you realize that it's a state of mind, you can do things to help your mind be very strong and very active. And for me, what helps my mental strength and my mental clarity, helps me be a better person in over all of my life in general, is fire performance, is flow arts, it's dancing, it's singing, it's laughing, it's taking my intensity and building something with it. It's to be around people that have a like mind and a culture of individuals that I call family, that they call me family. You know, and it's really wonderful because it's a really good life. So, I'm here with my lovely assistant, Adriana Dockery. And this is our beautiful flow space.
Welcome.
And I have a lot more to show you guys. Like, just ungodly amounts. There's so much. I decided to start writing a book called Memoirs of a Fire Dancer. And it's about how all this came to be. And all the little inner workings that go on in the mind of an insane genius. So, regardless, I'm not tooting my own horn here, but maybe just a little bit. And we got a lot of really cool stuff to show you guys. And I'm super stoked that you're here on this journey with us. And if you even if you come in for just a second and hang out with us and enjoy a little bit of these crazy tutorials, I'm gonna be going through the basics of learning to be a flow artist / fire performer, and I really hope that you join us.
And the stinky.
And the stinky. No stinky. Are you coming? Psst. Are you coming? Come on, stinky. Come on.
He digs it.
Yeah, he totally loves it. Thanks again. I'm J.K. Meadows. This is Adriana Dockery. This is Magwai. He's the craziest little beautiful little creature ever. He's a little monkey creature. And this is actually a performance piece that we're going to be creating in the very near future. I actually want to walk you guys through this when I start going through the building of this. And this is the creature. We don't really necessarily have a name for it yet, but it's the creature so far. So, hope you guys have a wonderful day and a beautiful life. And we'll see you soon.